If you thought making music videos was a pain in the butt, you need to stick around right now, cause I'm gonna tell you what. OpenArt just made it easy for people like you and me to just type one little prompt and then the magic you will see. So come along as I show it to you, cause what else better are you gonna do? You're here on Bob Doyle Media, and these are the toys we play with all the time.
Welcome back to the channel where we discuss the creative uses of AI. And when we talk about the creative uses of AI, one of the most common ways we would use all these creative elements that we're creating is to tell a story, make a short film, an explainer video, you name it, even, dare I say, a music video. And over the course of the past year or so, we have talked about several so-called solutions for being able to generate long-form videos from a single prompt. And quite frankly, all of them have fallen a little short in their initial output and even their ability to edit things after the fact. It just took too long, it was too cumbersome, etc. Well, OpenArt has released a set of tools that makes this process so much easier and so much freaking fun, I can't stop doing it. It's their new story maker, and I'm going to tell you about it over the course of 4 different videos because each section is so deep. But I will give you a brief overview of each section right now so that you can get a sense of the tool as a whole. But today we're going to be focusing on one particular feature, which I'm going to share with you in just a moment. When you click into their story feature, you have 4 different options. There's a character vlog, music video, explainer video, or you can start completely from scratch. I'll be sharing pieces of the editor with you over the next few videos, and then we'll probably devote more to it in the last video of the series. The character vlog allows you to generate and tell a story with any character that you can create here on the platform, or some that they have included here already for you. If you haven't yet created the character you want in their character creator platform, you can just simply upload a single image, which is what I do most of the time with this particular tool. In the character vlog, you would choose your character. I could choose this character here, Chinley, and provide a prompt like he gets taunted because of his large chin when he goes to the coffee shop, when he eats his lunch at the mall, and when he goes to the work at the clock factory. But at the end of the day, he goes to a bar where everybody has a huge chin too. And while I won't play the whole thing right now, it generates something that looks like this. So it followed all of the instructions and put him in all the places that I wanted him to go, with one prompt. If there's any of those scenes that I'd like to quote-unquote reshoot, I can click on the editor here, and all of the various clips are here on the timeline. We can select a clip, and we can go up here, and if we'd like to change it, we can generate a new still image by giving a different prompt here, or we can just regenerate the video with the image we have and see if it comes out better. The explainer video is a ton of fun, especially if you like to do user-generated content or faceless YouTube videos or anything like that, because all you have to do is type in a voiceover script here or have AI generate one for you, which is what I've done 100% of the time that I've used this tool, and it can be the craziest stuff, and it's forced to give you an explainer video about it. You can choose from preset visual styles here, or you can create your own, which I've done with great success, like claymation or something like that that's not in this list. For example, I would use AI to create a script based on how to make homemade Fritos. It generates the script, which of course I can edit, and then I click on create story. And then in just a few minutes, I have this.
Welcome to our kitchen. First, grab some corn tortillas. They're the heart of our crispy treats. Begin by cutting the tortillas into small triangles, about 2 inches in size.
I could get AI to write a script based 5 ways to fall off of a cliff hosted by a cute monster and generate that script, at which point I can edit it or whatever, choose the style I want, animation for example, and with just those couple of steps we get this.
Ever wondered how to fall off a cliff in 5 monster-sized steps? Freddy's here to show you, and we're right with the shadows. Step 1, scout for the perfect cliff, not too tall, just enough to make your heart race. Step 2, gather your courage. Take a deep breath and bust out a victory jig. Step 3, give your buddy a gentle push. Falling together is always more fun. Step 4, embrace the fall, listen in to the drop, feeling that dread.
Maybe some of those clips weren't exactly what we would want, so we would go to edit the story, regenerate the images or the videos, or even change the music until we get what we want. We're going to go into the explainer video and the character vlog in depth in subsequent videos, but for now we're going to focus on the music feature, and it is a ton of fun, and there are several ways to play. Based on any song that you either upload or link to in Suno, you can create a video that is a style video, which just sort of matches the vibe of the music. You can choose various visual styles for that, or create one of your own, or let it automatically automatically do it. Story mode will create a video based on the song and the story it tells. You can either let it generate it on its own, or you can help it along by creating what's called a one-star story, which just basically means you can add a character to it. Then finally we have sing mode, which is your basic lip sync mode, which is what we opened up the video with. Let's dig into each one and I'll show you plenty of examples. Let's start with the style feature. As I said, you can add music up here by uploading it, or you can just link to something that you've done in Suno. So that's what we're going to do over here. I'll choose a song I did in Suno with their cover feature. And basically it's called Toothpaste Shouldn't Be Crunchy. It goes like this.
Toothpaste shouldn't be crunchy. That's what my dentist said.
So if I want to bring that into OpenArt, I could just copy and paste the URL right here where it says paste link. Click on confirm, and then I can choose up to 60 seconds of the song. And in this case, I would choose where the singing actually starts.
Toothpaste shouldn't be crunchy.
Click on confirm. And for the style, I'll choose Y2K collage and then click on create story. And here's what it gives us.
Toothpaste shouldn't be crunchy. That's what my dentist said. But I looked it up on the internet and this is what I read. Toothpaste can be anything that it wants to be. And so if it wants to be not soft, it chooses to be crunchy. And if you get it.
So all that with just the lyrics of the song to guide it. For this example, same song, I used story mode and chose our friend Deborah as the character. And I actually left the story topic blank and just let the lyrics do the heavy lifting. And that gets us something like this.
Toothpaste shouldn't be crunchy. That's what my dentist said. But I looked it up on the internet and this is what I read. Toothpaste can be anything that it wants to be. And so if it wants to be not soft, it chooses to be crunchy.
When I made that last one in story mode, that was before I knew I could expand the default amount of time that you could play from the song to 30 to 60 seconds. Once I learned I could do a full minute of the song, I redid it with a different character, and this is what I get.
Toothpaste shouldn't be crunchy. That's what my dentist said. But I looked it up on the internet and this is what I read. Toothpaste can be anything that it wants to be. And so if it wants to be not soft, it chooses to be crunchy. And if you get it when it's that way, that, my friend, is your lucky day. 'Cause toothpaste isn't crunchy for everyone. That makes you spectacular, vernacular, curacular, persecular, and that is why you're staying here with me.
Then finally we can use the lip sync version, which of course also gives us the ability to create a character. So I could choose Amber here and just click on create, and now we have lip sync.
Toothpaste shouldn't be crunchy. That's what my dentist said. But I looked it up on the internet and this is what I read. Toothpaste can be anything that it wants to be. And so if it wants to be not soft, it chooses to be crunchy. And if you get it when it's that way, that, my friend, is your lucky.
So all those clips generated completely hands-off with consistent characters. And again, the beauty of this tool is that you can go in there and edit any clips that you want to and change them exactly how you'd like them to be. So is it perfect? No, it's not perfect, but it's a ton of fun and saves, I can't even tell you how much work it would be to render all of those clips individually, to decide on the images and then put them all together in an editing program and mix the music together. You kidding me? This is so drop dead simple, and that's why we just keep cranking out example after example. Now sometimes when you do story mode, which is decidedly not lip sync mode, and you use a character, you may still get the character doing some singing. This is the story mode version about a woman who's complaining allegedly about her spouse's laundry, and it's smelling like bacteria.
Your laundry smells like bacteria.
So you see there's no lip sync here, but it still gives the vibe of she's singing about this mess here, but we've got the visuals to go along with it.
You need to do cleaning every now and then, but it does not seem that you do it when it's obvious. that it needs to be done. Thank you.
So we've got a little bit of unrelated video going on in there, but again, it catches that sort of Disney-like spirit of floating teapots and so on. So you can go in there and tweak it how you like. Here's a fun example of lip sync. I've got this song over here on Suno called Grind Your Beans So Fresh and Fine. And it's basically just how to make a cappuccino in song form. So I copied that URL, go over here to OpenArt, click on music, click on paste link, and just put that sucker right in there. Click on confirm. In this case, I don't really need the whole 60 seconds because the song itself stops talking somewhere around in here. So I would just choose the section I want, choose sing mode, and then choose the character I want. Let's say it's just me this time, and click on create story.
Grind your beans so fresh and fine. A tablespoon will do just fine. Pack it tight, then let it brew. Espresso rich and piping too. It steam your milk till soft and thick. A velvet foam, not too quick. Pour it slow with gentle grace. A cappuccino's taking place.
That was one take on the coffee song. I did another using my Chinley character again, and a different version of Suno's output.
Grind your beans so fresh and fine. A tablespoon will do just fine. Pack it tight, then let it brew. Espresso rich and piping too. Steam your milk till soft and thick. A velvet foam, not too quick. Pour it slow with gentle grace. A cappuccino's taking place.
I mean, that's pretty freaking good. Here's another lip sync example from a Suno song that was also featured on one of our videos about the Suno cover feature. Absolutely love that feature for using it here in OpenArt for the storytelling. This is basically just a bunch of nonsense lyrics that fell out of my mouth in the moment, and I just used a single picture of Tracy as the character.
People are people unless they are dogs. Trees are trees unless they are logs. There's a guy that I know down the street. He's got little tiny fingers and big old feet. His name is Max Tax. Max Tax his name, and that is what it says on his card, along with things that are his game. Things like pool and checkers and Mock. Mock is a game that we don't talk about.
Here's another one from Suno about morning meetings. I copy in the URL, paste in the new one. This is a 24-second song, so I'll just choose the whole thing, click on confirm, and this time, what if I chose one of their characters?
It's the Monday morning meeting. We've got stuff to discuss, and not all of it's gonna be fun, yeah. Some of it's gonna be tough, but together we'll get through it. You and I will do it, 'cause we're the greatest gosh darn company on earth.
So I wanted to do a version that was a little bit more realistic, so I used this AI-generated news reporter as the character just by uploading this one image.
It's the Monday morning meeting. We've got stuff to discuss, and not all of it's gonna be fun, yeah. Some of it's gonna be tough, but together we'll get through it. You and I will do it, 'cause we're the greatest gosh darn company on earth.
So there might be one or two of those clips I might redo, but you get the gist.
I got a really big chin, this much is true. But what's a guy like me gonna do? I was born this way, so I might as well get used to it. But that's my problem, not yours.
I didn't even have to tell you how I made that one, did I? See, you've learned something today. Here's another example with story mode, but just a little history. You know how sometimes when you generate songs with Suno, if they have more song than you have lyric, it just starts making up a bunch of gibberish lyrics, and that's what happened in this case. But I really wanted to add that to the story to see what it would come up with. So when I used story mode here, in addition to just uploading a variation of the song about having a big chin, I gave it the direction that everything was just weird and psychedelic and trippy. So I'm going to let it play after it does the initial lyrics so you can see what happens.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got a really big chin, this much is true. But what's a guy like me gonna do? I was born this way, so I might as well get used to it. But that's my problem, not yours. of that jet rose, a little of that Bordeaux, a little of that Charmor. On my way down to Matt and the B-boys, I'll put that tip-tip, I'll put that cross.
Oh man. As I've said, this is such an addicting tool to play with. It is very tempting to just keep showing you example after example. And I have to say, you know, you do a lot of trial and error with tools like this, and you have to cherry pick the best ones to show for a demo like this. In this case, even though the generations aren't necessarily perfect every time, I enjoy the output of them every time. It's always a delightful surprise, and not having to edit all those clips together is a huge time saver. And we just looked at the music section, so still to come is the character vlog and the explainer videos and a deeper look at the editor. If these are the types of technologies and tools and video AI breakthroughs that you are interested in learning about, well, why not subscribe to this channel? Because this is the stuff we talk about all the time.
If you subscribe now, I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you do not, I will look for you. I will find you. And I